Alright, so this is part 2 of our polynomial long division unit, our lesson, and this is specifically talking about synthetic division. So another method to divide a polynomial is using synthetic division. Now this only works if the divisor is linear. So when we're talking about the divisor, we're talking about what you are dividing by. Alright, now this is kind of review back to your exponents. Remember, when it has a negative exponent, we can rewrite this entire polynomial as this stays in the numerator. This would need to go to the denominator in order to become positive. So this is now going to be t to the third minus 6t squared plus 1, all divided by t plus 2. Alright, so now that we're dividing, notice how our leading coefficient in the denominator is 1. We can use synthetic division. You can't use long division, or you can use long division if you prefer one way or the other. You can always use long division, okay? Synthetic division is an easier method, though, if you are just dividing a linear binomial. Alright, let's go ahead and set this up. Now the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to set the denominator equal to 0. That's step 1. Okay, so step 1, set, and I can't spell set today, set the denominator equal to 0. Alright, so t plus 2, set it equal to 0. That's just going to end up being t plus 2 equals 0, and t is going to give us our negative 2. So that value is what we need to divide out of our coefficients of our polynomial. Now, we are not focusing on t at this moment, but if you do have a, like if it started off with t cubed, and then we didn't have a t squared, notice how we, or actually in this case we don't have a t. So we're actually going to need a placeholder for this one, just like we would with long division. The leading coefficient is 1, the number in front of the variable. So we're going to have 1, negative 6, 0 because we have no t values, and 1. So that kind of lines up with our polynomial. Alright, now this is where we kind of get into I'm going to bring this down. Okay, this is this first step with synthetic division. Now, the problem mathematically with synthetic division is it's kind of hard to remember the steps because there's not a mathematical reason as to why you have the steps the way they are. So it is a little difficult in that case. So 1 comes down. Okay, and what you're going to do now is you're going to just take 1 and multiply it by negative 2. 1 times negative 2 is going to give us negative 2. We're going to combine both of those. That's going to give us negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 2 is going to give us positive 16. Combine both of those is 16. 16 times negative 2 is going to give us negative 32. And we're going to combine those together. That's negative 31. Alright, now this last one is our remainder. Alright, now this is why it's easier to do synthetic as far as all of the steps we have to do for long division is we can go ahead and go straight to the next polynomial. Think about it. T cubed divided by t to the first power is going to end up giving us 1t squared. Next, and then you're going to follow through with all of the other variables. We are going to end up with a t to the first power because that comes 1 less. Your next term is going to be 1 less, and then plus 16. But we do have a remainder, so remember, we're going to end up subtracting 31 divided by our divisor, which is just t plus 2. Okay, and there's our final answer. So the steps themselves are a lot shorter, but you do have to kind of memorize what to do in order to set up the synthetic division. Alright, let's go ahead and practice one more. You can try this on your own beforehand and just see if you get the groove, and then check your answer, or you can just follow along. But I definitely recommend you practice this in your homework. So let's set it up. So if I know this is being divided by n plus 4, n plus 4 is going on the outside, and I almost set it up for long division. Okay, first step with synthetic division is we need to set n plus 4 to 0, and n is going to just equal -4. So that's going to be in our box, -4. Okay, and then when we divide, and I actually don't like the way that's set up. I just usually do an L-shaped, and then -4 stays on the outside. Next step is we need to take the coefficients in front of each variable that we have. So it's going to end up being 1, 2, -5, 12. Okay, and we're not missing any variables, so we don't need the 0 placeholder. So we're going to bring down 1. That's our first step. And then every time we bring down a number all the way down to the bottom, we multiply by -4. Okay, so -4 times 1 is going to give us -4. Combine those values, that's going to end up being -2. Okay, -2 times -4 is going to give us +8. And then -5 plus 8 is going to give us 3. -4 times 3 is going to give us, times 3 is going to give us -12. Combining those gives us 0, which is awesome, because that means our 0 remainder means that this is a factor of this polynomial. Remainder. Okay. All right. Now do remember that the first step, we have n to the third divided by n to the first power, which would just be n to the third, n squared. So when I bring that down, that's 1n squared minus 2n plus 3 with a 0 remainder. So this is going to end up being the polynomial once we divide out or factor in n plus 4. Alright, that is it for all of the practice problems. Do the best you can on homework and ask questions when you don't understand. Hope you guys are doing well. Bye.